I only made this to answer the questions from the people who wanted the Q&A. So you guys go ahead and ask me questions now.
Is
This
this
is an
only limited to non-M2 stuff?
I guess you could ask them two questions.
Just want to clarify.
Yeah, whatever you want. But I mean, the newbies are the ones who need the help, right? And they wanted this Q&A. So
I'm
here,
still a newbie
mm,
forever.
that's true. You don't know what you're doing.
Yeah. Well, I guess I'll start off. Could you just talk about today, maybe? Just start off from there.
Well, today I went to Costco, so I didn't really trade.
Oh,
My girlfriend wanted to get like a economy size bulk size cat food, a variety pack, so that we could go feed these two stray cats that live in our parking lot.
oh, that's sweet.
But but yeah, I mean like what's there to say? Here, I know, I'll share it. Let's share my Yeah, so what's there to say? There's a lot of QQQ, so we can see both. Wait, let me open up this how do I see the man, I'm such a boomer. How do I see the people? Oh, here we go. Participants. Okay. Yeah, what's there to say? I mean, we have a opening range 50 we have an immediate 15-minute opening range breakout. We have a decisive 30-minute opening range breakout. Maybe 40, maybe 30, 45, 1 hour. Yeah, and then we have an immediate 1 hour opening range breakout. Um, I'm sure a lot of non-elites bought the pink bar here because smart selling. And if you're looking at this on Smartflow, you know too, but the tallies are going down, so that means that the dumb money is selling. And as you saw from the the M2, the market makers were selling all the shit that there's people here, including Sai. Okay, fine. Fine, Sai. I guess you're not dead to me. I'm taking you off this list. But John Nagan, Derek, Sikcho, Spiral, and Air Hussein, I ain't gonna answer y'all's questions. Okay, but anyways, so so uh so yeah, as you saw from the M2 signal, because on M2 you saw like they bought yesterday. Because usually M2 is net bearish for the day, but they were buying quite a bit yesterday. So they gotta sell that, and they're gonna sell that into this buying pressure. I don't even know if it's buying pressure or like manufactured something something. But they got to get rid of those shares that they bought yesterday.
Do you think you could relate like the morning activity to the RC2 for intraday on the right side?
I,
Just
but this is a noob Q&A. So let's let
okay,
the noobs ask questions.
okay.
We got NBR saying that he has to leave soon and stuff. So I mean, y'all wanted Q&A. I'm here.
I got a question.
Sure.
I'm a noob. I'm Joel here, Joel 3000. Uh,
Nice.
how do I read the line charts on the smart flow and the options? Is that kind of an aggregate of
These lines?
yeah
Yeah, those are tallies. So those. Oh look, Six Show is here. I guess I take him off my shit list. But anyways,
Yes, I'm here. Sorry.
uh,
That was at 4:30.
that's okay. So yeah, basically the green line here, the red line here, and the green line here, they're all just, you know, these signals added up.
Okay.
So see how like this, there's some calls and there's some put selling and call buying, so that causes this line to go up. But something less obvious, like for example here, there's put buying, but then there's also call buying, but the put buying outweighs the call buying, so it causes the line to go down because net on net it's more bearish activity.
So the net for today on SPY was bearish on the
If
options.
you look just at dollar flow, yeah. Um,
But like if I'm just looking at the net option flow,
yeah, if you're looking, I mean, because these are all in dollar terms. So if you like
correct?
highlight over this and you see it says like negative $6.7 million. So that's dollars. You see on the left, the purple, it says
In
in the
the
legend.
table.
Yeah. It says call flow, net call flow is 864,000. That's in dollars. And that's again, that's only within that 5 minute period of time that I'm hovering over with my mouse.
But if I go to like that, if I just look for the day at that last one,
Oh,
that
you
before
want
the day,
to, okay. So if you look at the day, then it's
like
like
for
here.
just the end of the day, it was negative for the end of the day. So okay.
Wait, why is this not, why is this zero? Okay, maybe this will update later as per Andrew, but okay, fine, sure. At the end of the day, yeah, at the end of the day, if you include the after hours, then it is negative for the day.
It's negative for the day. Okay.
Yeah.
And and what's is there like a way to any estimate on what the how that movement lags the market?
Well,
Like,
it's going to be different for each ticker, but I think if you look on the hourly, it becomes more obvious. Like look at this put buying here, right? And then it resolves there. But like you also get to see on the hourly what's big and what's small. So like you can see that this sticks out like a sore thumb. But all of these, they're kind of like not really moving that much.
yeah.
Yeah.
And is there any way to know, like, you say check the scales? Is there any way to know, like, historically, if you're looking at large or small option movements?
Um, I mean, uh,
You
you
just got
can like
you just
yeah,
gotta
I
go
mean
back in
you could
time.
press the left arrow and you could go back like this.
Wait, what are you pressing to go
I'm
back?
pressing the left arrow key.
Oh, just on the keyboard?
Yeah.
Oh, so it's not on the not on the GUI.
Yeah, I'm just pressing it on the keyboard and it
Okay.
goes, but I mean, that's kind of inefficient. It goes back one at a time. And it looks like some of the historical data is messed up because of something that Andrew did. Uh, but um, but yeah, I mean, like if you look here, like this is obviously like a pretty large movement, and we get several hours of rallying after that, right? And then this is a, a decently large negative movement, and we get some negative after that. And this right here, it's a decently positive movement. Not as much follow through, but we do get this influx here, but then we bounce back. So I mean, like, it's not a perfect science or anything, but you see it does kind of correlate with it's predictive of future movements.
Okay. And what about like dark pools? Is there any lag on the dark pools? Or is it just another piece of information?
What do you mean? Okay, so like so DPs above are bearish for the day, and I don't want you to read into it for anything other than intraday stuff. And and really like don't read into it at all during power hour because there's not
Right.
enough time. But like here we're kind of in the middle of the day and we see some DPs pop up. That means that the market's probably going to be manipulated downwards. Um Let's look at some other days. Yeah, I mean, like there's some
Oh,
DPs here, and then there's it's supporting the price. But I mean, sometimes it's like really obvious. Um, some DPs here supporting the price, supporting that uptrend. Oh, look, John Nagan is here. Take him off my shit list. I guess there's a lot of people that thought it was at 4:30 p.m. Eastern, so I will forgive everybody except for Derek Spiral and Air Hussein if they don't show up. But but yeah, I mean, here we have
okay.
some
And you
deep.
can see the scale. If you use the 1 day, then you can then the net option bars the scale makes more sense. Like you don't have to guess if it's a big move. Yeah.
Well, for the net option,
If you go to
this
the
is.
1 day, if you got yeah, if you go to the
Oh
one
yeah,
day,
yeah.
then you can see like, what the relative moves are. Okay,
Yeah,
that's
yeah.
helpful. Yeah.
Although I think there might be some kind of issue here that, and like for the past 6 or 7 days where Andrew kind of fucked up the scaling somehow, but we'll you know, stay tuned for that. Oh, Andrew's joining us right now. So maybe he could tell us, "Hey Andrew, this scaling problem, did it affect the net the NOF or is it just the smart flow and Momo flow?"
Um, just a smart flow and Momo flow.
Okay. All right. So then I guess you could rely on this after all. But yeah, like there's some really big ones like this at times. And so but you can also get an idea from like the hourly too, what's big and what's not big.
Cool. Thanks.
Yeah. And the DPs, like I said, I mean, like if you once you kind of get a feel for how the DPs work, um, they're pretty cool too. They're number two on the list of most predictive. And I think number three is like Knopf and Momo Flow tied or something like that. Something like that. I don't know. All right, sounds like that's all of Josh or Joel?
Cool.
Joel's questions.
Yeah.
Uh,
Yeah.
and all you other noobs who wanted me to do this Q&A, I am here at your service.
Yes, hi, Tay. This is the Matrix. Thank you for
Yes.
doing this, by the way. Um, I have several questions written down, but I'll do one and then let somebody else ask something else. So, what is the minimum number of indicators in Confluence that you consider to do a reliable trade?
Um,
Let's say not all of them align. What would be the minimum to consider it?
it's not there's okay, fine, one. It's not it's not like it's not dependent just on the number of indicators. It also matters like how big the value of the indicator is. I don't know if you were here for just a few minutes ago. We're looking at the NOF, right? Like this is a really big NOF spike, for
Yeah, I've been
example.
here. Yeah,
Yeah, so this is a lot bigger than like, for example,
the
this,
others, sure.
right? So like if this were a NOF spike in the day, I would want some more confluence. But if there's something like this, you don't need a lot of confluence for that. Although in this case we also had confluence with the dumb money buying and stuff here. And again, these scales are fucked up because of the historical something something that Andrew did.
Sure, it makes sense. Thank you.
Yeah. Tavis Raskin.
I'll go ahead and ask a question. I'm
Yeah.
sorry I came in late, but you've spoken various times about it's not just what the flow says, it's how price and flow react to each other, the
Yes.
interplay between them. Could you give perhaps an example from any day of how you would look at that?
Okay. So like we know that selling is short-term bullish, right? But here, the selling is small, and this small selling led to very large decreases in price, right?
Yes.
And then this very large buying, it didn't really create a sustainable up move. And so this means that price is going down easily and going up very difficultly. And so you can sort of intuit that the path of least resistance is down that way. Um, and this is very different for example, if like we have like I wish I could find a good example, but like there's times when like for example, there's a really big flow, but it doesn't really make a dent in the price.
Right.
And then you can think, okay, whoa, there's a bid being caught here. Is this today? Oh, it is today.
Yes, it is.
Okay. So yeah, oh, this is a great example. So notice how we're getting nothing but selling here in these three bars right here. You see these three bars? They're like the second half of the 30 minutes.
Yes, I
So we
do.
have green, green, green. And throughout that green, we're getting the selling, right? But the price is moving up despite the selling. That is um that is bullish. That is bullish because it means that the market makers at that point are going long. And here we get this large spike of smart flow selling, and smart flow selling it tends to reverse more quickly in my experience. And again, it's not a hard and fast rule because there's all different kinds of algos. But anyway, so we have algo selling and Momo selling, which creates the pink, which we know to be bullish in the short term. And we already know that the market makers were so unfazed by this 15 minutes of selling that they're just like raising the bid in spite of that selling. And here we get this wave of selling and it manages to knock it down a little bit, but we know from these three bars that the market makers have a strong bid. So as the dumb money is selling, they're catching it. And so that leads to this green bar right here, which by the way also occurs on a smart money selling bar. And this entire like four bar cluster here of selling, it's not really driving the price down. There's a divergence between the selling and the price. And so you know that the people on the opposite side of the selling, the people who are posting the bid into which the dumb money is selling, they really want to collect these shares.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
Okay. Thank you.
And like it would be very different if like we had this selling, but then we have like a complete price retrace, to a lower
Right.
low or something, which does happen sometimes, and then that's when you know like, okay, the market makers are not taking a stand here. They're not doing that Frodo thing. Was it Gandalf where he's like, drawing the line somewhere? Okay. That's John, that's going to sound really weird when you listen to it on the recording. But yeah. Um,
So you're looking at how the smart flow affects the price action.
yes.
So if you're seeing a lot of selling but flat price action, that's bullish, that kind of thing. Okay. Okay.
Yeah,
Yeah.
and also and by the same token, if you're seeing very slight buying, but it causes big movements in price, then that is bullish too.
Gotcha.
Because
Gotcha.
that means that like just a very small fingertip push is just like causing the price to like freak out to the upside. That means that there's no supply at the ask.
So how like if I wanted to like prop trade Nasdaq with the QQQ chart, would
I don't
would
I
that
don't really
work?
I don't really look too much at the QQQ chart, so
Okay.
I don't know like the tune that it dances to. But I mean like I could answer your questions with SPY and then we could just
Right.
kind of
Well, could you prop trade SPY with it? Yeah. With
by
SP
prop
500.
trade you're talking about like those scam companies that charge you.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, I mean like I'm sure I could get funded if that's what you're asking.
But I mean, is the lag short enough that it could work?
Yeah, yeah, I made all my money day trading SPY. I mean not all my money, but I made a lot of money day trading SPY over the past 10 years, which is
And
why
were you doing that with just straight up options, or you prop trading, or
options.
options? Okay.
Yeah, well, sometimes shares, occasionally futures, but mostly options.
And you're just day trading the options mostly. Or
Mostly, yeah.
yeah.
Yeah, I mean, like, these days I'm too busy with developing shit with Andrew to day trade too much. But but I still pop in every now and then and tell you guys where the market is going to go, which I called correctly the past 3 days in a row. I think the day before yesterday I said it's a downtrend day, and yesterday I said downtrend day, and today I said sell here, guys, right at the top.
Hey, Tay, just a follow-up question about smart flow and price. How do I know if I'm not just early, you know? Like if the price isn't going my way, but I just have to wait a little bit longer, you know?
Let me think about that for a second. Um, I feel like for day trading, I feel like for day trading, you've really got to factor in a lot of different variables to make that determination. Um, and if you don't trust yourself, I have to admit some people. If you don't trust yourself, then you need to sort of increase your, I don't know what to call it, like patience level or tolerance level for like increase the threshold at which you allow yourself to enter the trade. Yeah, because like what you're asking, it's it's you're not asking about a specific spot. You're asking about like self-doubt, kind of. And I've seen you many times throughout the years. And so I know kind of what the issue is there. And well, okay, so it sounds like your question is how do I know when I'm wrong versus when I'm just early? And I think it has to be like a continuous function. Sorry, there's people still joining. What's going on? I want to try is joining twice. It has to be a function of a continuous function. And by continuous function, I mean that it's like when you're taking calculus, it's a curvy line on the graph and and it continues from left to right. So it has to be a continuous function of your certainty. And your certainty should be commensurate with your the amount of risk that you tolerate.
Mm,
And your certainty is also constantly in flux as well because there's new data coming in every bar, every second. But
yeah.
like with you in particular, I know there's times when you have a lot of conviction at perhaps maybe the worst fucking time. Like I drove to your house and I was saying, Ken, I'm gonna short MSTR. I think you should
Yeah,
get the fuck out of this thing. And
yeah,
you're like, no, man, I have the highest fucking conviction in this. So if I mean
yeah.
like I think it, it maybe you do have the highest conviction, but at that point, if this guy Tay, who is a pretty good indicator for you in the past, if he's saying fucking fucking sell this shit, get the fuck out, then I don't know, like maybe like just as like a sort of fan service to yourself, you could like just sell 10% of your MSTR at that point, Like I mean, and that's what I mean by continuous function, right? There's some optimal quantity of position in MSTR for you to hold relative to what you think is your certainty level at that point. And I don't think that Tay driving to your house telling you to sell, I don't think that is something that should have zero effect on your certainty level, you know? Um,
Well, it was between you and Eugene. It was like two big, like rock and a hard place. I don't know.
okay, well, I mean, like for example, there's Oklo, right? In Oklo, shit was up like fucking 15% or something, right? And you're like, I'm gonna add to my position here. I'm like, I don't know. I don't think that this is the best time. And
Yeah,
so, I
I
mean,
listened
like,
to you on that one. I got that,
okay,
but
so it sounds like you're just kind of going around listening to people telling you what to buy and sell.
yeah,
Well, I mean, I guess everybody other than me, apparently.
yeah,
And so like maybe that's your problem. And and maybe you need to be dynamic and maybe you need to be okay with with not taking as many trades that you're not as certain of. And that way it's only when I guess if your indicators are like me, Pran, and Eugene, then maybe when me, Pran, and Eugene are all aligned, then you can go in. Maybe.
yeah, yeah. That's not bad. There's a lot of time in the day to muck
Yeah.
around.
If you're just going to completely ignore the dark pool and the NOF and the M2 and just listen to me, Pran, and Eugene, that would be sort of an example, a hypothetical example of how to answer your question of
Am I
adjusting
wrong about this
action
stuff?
relative to certainty
Yeah.
and all that stuff. Yeah.
All
Very
right. That's good.
philosophical question there.
All right. Thanks, Stat.
Yeah.
I'll can move on.
And yeah, and like that time in the Elite channel when I gave the recommendation to you guys, and I was like, okay, like it's fucking, we're gonna buy everybody buy puts, and then we're all up tens of thousands of dollars. I'm like, okay, mission accomplished. Get the fuck out. You know, at that point, like maybe you should like ease up a little bit on it. Like that's the wrong time. Like that's the wrong time to like be thinking like, am I early? I don't know. Just, if okay, I'm gonna stop ranting because this is a very, I don't know. This is just something that I personally have a gripe with. But okay, you guys, next noob question, please.
Yes, Tay. So this is the matrix. You let me know if this is something that you can do or not, of course. Can you walk us through an SPY trade entry and exit without looking at the entire day candles in
Wait,
view?
sorry.
Just
I didn't hear your question because I was reading the chat and I was laughing. Dude, like if I drove to El Juancho's house and told him that I'm shorting MSTR, that guy would be a millionaire. But Ken, I swear to you guys, this is an actual thing that happened. Andrew. I drove to Ken's house with Andrew as my witness, and I sat on Ken's couch. K-Dog, K-Dog is Ken. I sat on his couch and I said, Kenneth, I'm telling you, this MSTR situation, it is just. I have a very strong conviction about this. Yeah, I am imminently about to short this. I'm probably going to short it like in a couple days. And a couple days later, I'm like, okay, I am shorting it now. Official Tarek announcing this shit. Ken was long and strong.
For the record, I still made money at the end, but yeah.
Okay, good. I'm glad you made money. But but you lost hundreds of thousands of dollars as a result of not listening to
That's
my
true.
summary.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's true.
Okay. Okay. Anyways, the Matrix, go ahead and ask a question.
Yes, so I was asking, can you walk us through an SPY trade, entry exit purely based on indicators without looking at the entire day candles in view?
Um,
Just as an example, to see what your rationale is when you're taking the trades and exiting based
okay.
on indicators.
So it's kind of hard for me to talk about a trade that I did recently because recently I trade based on M2 and M2 just blows everything out of the water so much that I just basically rely on almost solely on N2. Like I don't even look at the NOF pane because it's not present on the M2. Like I don't know if I should click it for you guys.
So it is that reliable, huh?
It's that reliable. Well, yeah, so as you can see there's no NOF here. But I'll, but okay, but so it would be disingenuous of me to say like, yeah, I would take the trade here. I would rather say I did take the trade here. And this is a day when I posted my profits. I made $17,000 trading M2 in me and my client's account. So this is a day where I can tell you like I actually did take a trade here and whatever. But but M2 is not here, so I guess I'll just go based off of this to try to answer your question. So first thing we have 15, 30, 45, 1 hour. So around here, oh, and Gex is important too. So around here, this is when we're having both the 30-minute and 1 hour opening range breakout. Do you remember this happening yesterday?
I do, yes.
Yeah. And at this point, I told Jeff in the elite channel, can you please go and tell the basic members, the poor plebs in the day trade channel, can you please tell them that Gex is very negative right now? And for some reason he didn't go and tell you guys immediately or something, or I don't know if it was this day or the day before, but for some reason he didn't pass on the information right away. And I chewed him out a little bit for that, which, I mean, Jeff's doing a great job. So thank you, Jeff. But anyways, so look right here. We have it's kind of like cock teasing us. It's kind of edging us with this opening range breakout. And at the same time, Gex is very negative, and the Gex is becoming increasingly negative. So at that point, you're like, okay, it's a downtrend day. And also, at some point, Tay comes into the day trade channel and says, it's a downtrend day, right? So what is a
Hmm.
downtrend day? A downtrend day means that it is going to break out of the opening range to the downside. Sorry, there's people talking, but okay, whatever. I'll read the chat later. But a downtrend day, it basically means that we're going to see lower lows and lower highs throughout the day, and that the and we're very likely going to close near the lows of the day. I mean, some downtrend days, like in power hour, we might get like a bounce because power hour, anything can happen. But this is a very typical downtrend day, and so when Tay's telling you it's a downtrend day, it's kind of a big deal.
Sure, buy puts, yeah.
Yeah, and then so then we actually have this decisive breakdown, right? So this really tells you like, okay, some shit's going down. Sweet Backyard says downtrend days don't happen a lot. Well, I mean, they happen uptrend days. Okay, so trend days happen enough that you should be making the majority of your money from trend days. Okay? You should not be making the majority of your money from these tiny doji range days. Trend days, as day traders at least, as day traders, trend days are the days in which you make most of your money. Um, but yeah, so we're breaking down really negative gex, but I mean we also have these two pinks, right? So these two pinks, they gave me some pause and they're like and they came, especially this one, it came with some Momo selling too. So okay, I'm just gonna wait a little bit. And then I waited for here and I'm pretty sure I entered a trade here. Elite members correct me if I'm wrong, but I'm pretty sure I entered puts here. and then yeah, and then keep going down. Um, and here we have another chance where we go up and there's a DP formed right here. Here we have another chance. I think JP took this trade where wait, no, that was a different day. Okay, I'm getting confused. But anyways, it's touching the SMA 20, the middle of the Bollinger Band. And trend day, first touch of the Bollinger Band, it's usually a pretty good spot. It's a better spot for uptrend days than it is for downtrend days. But in this case, it was a nice scalp there too. And yeah, I mean like you just see all these lime greens with this Momo buying, and Gex was still negative. We have the DP formed up top. And of course for me there's M2. And the M2 made it easy for me.
And when you're doing the options trades, are you doing like just zero DTE or shortest possible at the moment?
I personally prefer one DTE, but it's up to your preference. It's a personal preference thing.
And are you at the money or where are you going with this?
When I'm being lazy about it and when I'm trading really liquid stuff like SPY, I could just like toss some at the money contracts onto my TWS just out of pure laziness, But that's not the optimal way to do it. And that kind of mentality is also going to really fuck you when it comes to individual stocks. And I see that kind of laziness playing out because in the elite channel, a lot of times we do earnings trades, and some people they don't understand contract selection at all, so they're doing some like goofy ass shit with contract selection, and I have to respond with like Simon Cowell American Idol memes, and because I know that they're going to get that Vega collapse and they're going to lose a lot of money after the earnings.
Right. So
Yeah.
how, so how do you under so what are you doing for contract selection?
So
And
you're asking me what I do when it's not SPY and I'm not being lazy?
or spy. I mean,
Well,
spy and you're not being like
in SPY, I'm generally going to be lazy,
okay.
because with SPY, like the reason I'm lazy with SPY is because I'm doing a lot of scalping in SPY, because SPY is quite an efficient instrument. It's not something where it's going to like move 10% in 5 minutes. So I do a lot of scalping, and it just if I were to like have to recalculate the contracts every time SPY moves, like let's say like okay, I'm not saying ATM's the way to go, but let's say that I want to always be ATM, right? And then SPY goes from so I'm trading this. I have the 676 calls and puts up here. I get into 676 puts, and then I exit, and then here I'm at 675. Then do I have to like go to my options trader window and TWS and drag in the 675s in there? I mean that's just too much work, and that's what I mean by laziness. Whereas if it's like an earnings trade or something, then I'm gonna make fucking sure. I'm gonna be like, okay, where's my break even point? Like, what is my return on risk? I'm gonna do those calculations like in the process of contract selection.
Okay. So generally at the money for spy day trading.
Out of pure laziness. I'm not
Yeah.
saying it's the best thing to do, but I am personally lazy, and I also don't want you to um, extrapolate that out to longer time frames, because like there are times, for example, when I have longer term SPY recommendations, those times um, you do see me having you know playing with ITM, OTM, and different expiries and stuff.
Okay.
Yeah. And like I know this is not like a one size fits all answer for you, but contract selection is there's an entire textbook about it that I recommend, which is John C. Hall, Options, Futures, and Other Derivatives. No one in Big Short is ever going to read that textbook, but
I
I
have
will.
it.
what? What do you say?
I will.
You will? Okay, if you want.
I
Um,
have the book. I've been looking at it.
okay, yeah. So it is an entire whole ass textbook. It's very dense, and John C. Hole, he will get you like 10%, like he will get you the remaining 10% of the way there, you know? Whereas like the
Mhm.
vast majority of the journey is knowing which direction you're betting on. But I mean by all means, like John C. Hole will help you. Um and uh and at the very least, like just calculate your break-even point. But I mean, like, there's just so much golden stuff in that book, like, talking about like put call parity and like, you know, multi-legged strategies and whatever. I know I'm preaching to the scoundrels here. No one gives a fuck. But but yeah. So I mean, okay, fine. SPY, ATM, I do one DTE because I don't like to get the margin warnings at the end of the day. So that's why I do the one DTEs. But I mean, plenty of people do zero DTEs. Song's a really good trader. He does zero DTEs in addition to like longer expiries as well. And like honestly, if you're holding for like 5, 10 minutes like I do, like why even do the one DTEs? It's kind of silly. You're just making it cost more for yourself. But I like the one DTEs.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
Thanks.
Yep.
I got a couple of questions for you.
Yep.
If we can just dive into the some of the data. I'm trying
Yep.
to understand it as best I can. I've had it for about 2 months. How do you guys calculate the put wall and the call walls? Is there actual positioning data?
Um, so these are not exactly call walls and put walls. They're call HPs and put HPs. And the way we calculate it, I don't really like it right now. I'm not particularly proud of it, but generally it kind of works, and the users like it, so we're keeping it.
Yeah, no, I find it tends to work fairly well. I just wasn't sure how it was done. I know that SPX you can get positioning data pretty readily.
Yeah,
I
like if
didn't know
you,
if that factored in somehow, but
I don't know why it's not showing up here, but if you look in the pre-market, sometimes you see these moves in the pre-market, right? This is when the data first gets released, and we scan the entire chain, um, and we calculate the walls.
okay. So it's based on the actual chain with an estimated idea of whether these were bought or sold, essentially, right? I mean, because if you watch
Actually,
order
you
flow,
don't.
you can kind of guess. I mean, the
y-
majority of your at the bids,
Well,
uh,
let's get one thing straight.
for
For
sure.
this particular data point right here, you don't need to know if anything is being bought or sold because these are just open contracts. This is open interest. Whereas during the day, because open interest is not updated in real time, we do need to um, algorithmatize the buying and selling to estimate the open interest.
Okay, so pre-market, the put wall or call wall is solely based on open interest. So it's where the most open interest is. And then during the day, it's sort of running a calculation and, like you said, algorithmatizing it
Yeah.
to kind of estimate. Okay, that makes sense. The other question I had was about the manipulation graph. Um, Everything says it's like proprietary info. It really is vague. It doesn't tell you what it's reading.
Yeah.
And so I don't know if you could give more information on that.
Okay. Well, this is a very broken indicator. The math is completely incorrect. And it took me years to get Andrew to fix the math, but he's finally fixed it. And that is where M2 comes from. So if you guys want an extremely, extremely shitty version of M2, you can look at M1.0, which is this. and me personally, I only use uh, manipulation 1.0 when it comes to very um, what do I call it? High volume moments. For
Right.
example, I use them for FOMC, for earnings. Like if you look at it for earnings, it's actually pretty fucking cool. You know, when was Amazon earnings? Does anybody know? Just give me what the fuck? The fuck was that? What happened there? Anyways, I don't know when the Amazon earnings was. You guys are gonna make me look through this, aren't you?
1031.
Oh, okay. 1031? Okay.
No, actually 1030 is when the 8K came out.
Yes, 10:30.
Okay.
1030 at 4:13 p.m.
Yeah. Okay. So see how the reaction bar, it's less of a thing on the other bars, but see how the reaction bar is pointing down? Then we get this follow through here. And then what about Apple? Oh, Apple was the same day, right?
Yes.
Okay. Um, well, okay, so like here's the thing, is the manipulation forms and then it'll go all the way down in the middle of the candle and then it'll shrink. Like you got to see it in real time. Trust me, guys, it works. And see these two manipulation bars pointing down, and then it goes up. Um,
What is it actually trying to measure?
Manipulation.
Right. But I mean, like what the market maker is doing and what exactly does that translate in terms of what are they doing to manipulate or how they're responding to? Because I've seen this sort of, you can kind of see it happen as price action gets near large amounts of gamma, like put walls, for example. Sometimes you'll see a big reaction from, but I assume it's the market maker responding to hedging in some way for how
What's your
maybe how
username in the Discord?
P greasy.
P Reese. Gotta look out for you. You're asking a lot of smart questions, Mr. Smarty Pants.
Oh, I'm not smart. That's why I'm asking questions. Just trying to make money, man. I can't afford your elite package because I haven't figured out how to make money yet. So
You can also look
hopefully,
at FOMC. That was October 29th.
October 29th. Oh yeah, here. Yeah. So like here, this bar had a manipulation pointing up, but then this bar had a manipulation pointing down, and then you time the bottom that way. Yahoo! I think we made a bunch of money on this day, if I recall.
Yep.
But again, I mean, you know, we, the developers and founders of Big Short, no longer care about this product. We don't care about you, the users. Fine, I guess we care a little bit, but like what we care about right now is improving the elite product. That's what we're working on now. So we're sorry. This manipulation 1.0, it sucks. But, sometimes it's pretty cool. I actually still
yeah,
use it every now and then for certain moments, but I just don't want people to have too much faith in it during times when, there's really not that much action happening.
okay. Final question. So I'm sure lots of other people want to get in here. The price discovery line, is that also bullshit?
It's bullshit, yeah.
Wonderful. So I just got to figure out how to make money with the cheap product so that I can get the expensive product so I can make more money.
The
I
expensive
understand that.
the expensive product is closed to new members, to new users. So
Oh,
I've
It's
got
the reason why we made it 20,000.
yeah,
wait, what?
we made it $20,000 a month to make it impossible for people to sign up for Elite.
Oh, I thought it was like 350 as I looked. It's
No,
been
it's
a little
actually
while.
It's actually 400, and I received like more than 10 DMs from people asking if they could upgrade, and I've denied them. The only way to become an elite right now is to win Homo Ball on Monday.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's a very interesting way to do business.
And why is that, Tay? Why are you denying people entry into that?
Um, because honestly, like it's worth a lot more than $400. And the only reason that I'm even selling it for $400 to a select small group of people is because these people were dumb enough to believe in me and pay $400 a month, or whatever thousands of dollars per year, even before I had manipulation 2.0. And I'm like, guys, like, this is not a good deal for you. You should only sign up for Elite if you want to support Big Short. They did it anyways. They had my back. So I feel like I should have their back in return. And that's the only reason why I'm giving them M2 at this price. When in actuality, I should be charging like hundreds of thousands of dollars per year for M2. It's that good. And I mean, you can go and DM anyone with a purple username. They will they will corroborate it. There's not a single elite user who is even thinking about canceling because M2 is the greatest indicator created in the history of the stock market. And I know that makes me sound like a scammer, but uh but that's not something I say lightly. It is literally the best indicator invented in the history of the stock market. And and I cannot I cannot afford to give it to people for only $400 a month because that would just be ripping myself off.
Fair
Yeah,
enough.
that makes sense.
Well, thanks for your time.
Yep.
Hopefully we can get in there sometime when you open that. Thank you.
I'm never going to open it, but you can get in through Homo Ball on Monday.
Okay.
Can I ask a question? Can you hear me?
Yeah,
Hi, Tay. I don't know how to pronounce your name.
Tay.
Sorry. Um,
You must not know a lot of Koreans.
I don't. I don't. Not a ton, to be
Okay.
honest. I'm really quite new to your membership. I found it randomly. Nobody suggested to me, or I think I found it on Google. And I've been trading for a while, but I've been, kind of playing around with the tool and trying to trade it. And I have to say this is a very strange call because I haven't listened to you or I just got on maybe half an hour or so ago. And I'm like the last guy who just talked. It's like, look, I'm just trying to make money in the markets. I'm trying to find an edge. And I guess my general question is like, I mean, this whole thing with Elite, I would like to understand more how to get it. It is an odd way to open it. I guess there's some
I'm
sort of
looking very
competition.
closely at my autocomplete to make sure there's no porn links, and I think I'm okay.
You're okay.
I think I'm okay because I was like, oh shit, I might have just ruined this video. I might have just made it so I have to edit this fucking video. But no,
Mhm.
all I have to do is carefully paste this. Aha. Okay. There are elite members in this Zoom right now, and they are all feeling exactly like this meme right here on the right side. You guys can see my split screen,
Well,
right?
this isn't so, my question isn't so much about the Elite thing,
Yeah.
although I find that interesting.
Yeah, go
I
ahead.
my question is, you have a lot of different tools and a lot of different scanners, and there's different things on the chart, etc. And you have different indicators. And I'm wondering, okay, as a lowly person who's paying you 150 bucks a month,
Uh-huh.
which isn't nothing, what do you think like is the best edge that you do have? If you have this other M2 thing that's amazing, but we can't get it, I was under the impression that, the rest of the software, there was something that you really believed in, and there were edges there. And so, but I'm trying to put them all together at this current. I'm very new, so
Okay,
that's my question.
are you new to day trading in general?
No.
Okay. So so when you day traded previously, you're going based off of price action, is that what it is?
Um, I mean, I'm more of a swing trader than day trader, to be
Okay,
honest
so
with you.
that answers the question, right? Whereas like people can succeed in swing trading without Big Short, but I'm like I've been very hard pressed to find somebody who could succeed in day trading without Big Short. Day trading is very difficult. Like I always recommend people play chart game swing trader because chart game day trader is just simply too difficult. Like I can't even be chart game day trader. Um,
Well,
I
I agree with you on that. I'm looking for an edge there, and I think that order flow and options flow do provide edges there, but I'm not clear yet about how to use your platform in order to get that edge.
yeah, I
And,
think
you know, if there's an edge in swing trading, I'd love for you to just maybe take a couple minutes, just break that down and where you think the best edge in the platform is, because there's so many things in here.
yeah, um I don't know. Sorry, I just my heart is not in it anymore because of M2. When you say swing trading, I think those earnings trades. But anyways, so I mean like I
Well, I
think
mean, that's really, that's really hard to hear as somebody who's actually paying money for the platform, obviously. But, you
yeah, I
know,
know. I if you're getting frustrated, it's because my customer support skills suck. It's me, not you. So, you know,
well, I'm happy to give you money for something that's worth it. It's not really about that. If M2 is the greatest thing since sliced bread, I think you're loyal and that's awesome. But if it works, I'm happy to give you money for it. Maybe not hundreds of grants, hundreds of thousands a year. I don't think I can swing that at the current moment. But I mean, you do have something on the rest of the platform, don't you?
yeah, let me answer your question. So like um I would say like you've got to go back historically and look at what worked in the past and sort of train your eyes on it. So one thing that works really well is when there's a spike in people selling, and when there's a big pink bar like this. When there's a big pink bar, you're going to get a snap in back. And so that's a pattern to look for. And that's different from, for example, like a small pink bar. Because a big pink bar means that like it's like an overwhelming amount of selling. And that's when there's an overwhelming amount of selling, the market makers they they drop their they take a step back. They stop posting the bid for just a moment and let the price hit the oh shit, that was really loud. Did you guys hear that? No?
No,
No,
Oh, okay.
you're
I didn't
also a
hear
little bit
anything.
soft, hey.
What? My mic's soft?
Your audio is a little bit soft.
What about this? Is this better?
Yeah, that's better.
Okay. So yeah, so when there's a flood, an overwhelming flood of selling, the market makers will take a step back and they will let that selling flow hit the non-market maker bid, the sort of natural bid. So like we're talking like, you know, people and funds that just posted bids, posted fucking hanging limit buy orders, right? So they'll kind of let the price hit that. And so when it hits that kind of a price, you can kind of see the physics of it play out in real time. Not unlike the physics of like, you know, a bus hitting a wall or something. Or no, maybe actually it would be better to say like a car and a bus hitting each other, right? And the bus is going to win, but it's not going to win as decisively as the rock wall is going to win against the bus. And so you can kind of see and there's an art to it. And and so I would say if you want to get value out of the platform, you click on this getting started guide and then you go to this list here and then you say, well, I'm going to get value out of Honey Badger Days and Dark Pool Prince and Momo Shadow Bars, Gex, and maybe Knopf. And SimSearch ain't so bad either. SimSearch was quite predictive today, said somebody in the day trade chat.
Right. I'm just trying to figure out strategies to put it all together. In terms of price action, I mean, that's just the chart, right? So is that, am I understanding that?
Yeah, it's the chart. It's opening range breakout. It's support and resistance.
And I can't say I've read every article, but I did read a lot of them. And, I'm trying to follow along. I'm trying to, uh, use, I guess net overflow. Maybe
So I
over
just want to
import.
manage your expectations a little bit,
Sure.
and I don't mean this in a rude way at all, but like if you're looking for a service that's kind of like teach you how to be a trader, we do a really shitty job of that. Um, and uh, and I know that like I know these other like gurus, they would just love to take your money and sell you a course, but we don't sell courses, as you can see from our website. We only sell just the data, and um, and I think that it's not a very good product market fit because this market is filled with people who already know how to trade, already know how to trade and, kind of are already um, decided on the tools that they want to use, or people who really have no idea how to trade and want to pay somebody to teach them how to trade, right? And so this was like again, I'm not trying to be rude because the blame is on me. This entire Big Short product is just a shitty product market fit. And it's there just aren't we aren't good at attracting people who already know how to trade, which is what we originally built this for. And you say that you know some swing trading and stuff, and that's good. But I mean, we're talking about like this market.
I'm a pretty experienced trader, man. Like I've been trading for 7, 8 years or something like that. I've traded a lot of options contracts. I'm just not rich yet. I've been able to keep my risk. I don't blow up my account. I don't do a lot of dumb things that a lot of new traders do.
Do you trade
Uh,
primarily with technical analysis?
yeah, primarily.
Okay, all right. Then I guess you are exactly who we're targeting. And
I look at the news like, I have CNBC up just to make sure that I know if something crazy is going down, you know?
yeah,
Um,
well, I mean, like technical analysis, it's based on just averages of previous prices. And like fundamentally, mathematically, that's just not as informative as measuring the flow of people selling and buying right now, right here in real time. And so I would hope that, since you have some experience, I hope that you could just kind of look at it and see the value of the product just theoretically, conceptually. And I know you're looking to me to like explain to you like, at this point you do this and at this other point you do this. But like there's just so much there's just so much ambiguity and qualitative analysis to it too. Like for example, these short exempts are good for swing trades. That guy Bond in the Discord, all he did was just buy the short exempt stocks, and he somehow did triple digit returns just from those. And that's these short exempt stocks, they're more likely to get squeezed, and you do have to kind of hold them for multiple days. Wow, we have somebody joining us now. But yeah,
Also,
uh,
get on the swing trade channel and you know comment there and interact there. I
yeah,
know
yeah.
Dave.
There's people. Wow, there's seriously people joining the Zoom.
Can I weigh in real quick on this question?
Go ahead.
Uh,
This is a Sarah question, not a Tay question.
yeah, well, because due to some family stuff, I've had to take a step back from day trading. So I've primarily been a swing trader, I guess, because I can't go in and out like I used to. And between short exempt and the official Tay Rex, I'm still up something like 35% this year. And that's trading like, I don't know, less than an hour a week. So, and I get a lot of the short exempt ideas from the swing trade channel and just looking at the short exempt list on Big Short. So, I mean, I've found like a relative success given how little I've been trading from those two strategies. So official TRX, short exempt, and then we had a whole cluster of honey badger days, and I was trading those too.
Yeah, just for reference, guys, 30-something% is humongous for Sarah. This is someone who
Oh yeah,
averages low single-digit percent returns per year.
I'm a very, I was actually talking to Andy about this. I think I've been more successful as a swing trader than as a day trader because usually my position sizes are so small and I'm so risk averse.
And when you're trading short exempt, are you focusing on the trailing?
I like to look at both. So I like tickers that appear on both lists. And then I just
I'll show Joel. He's gonna be amazed right now. What's that thing that Trump said? He's gonna be shocked. That's okay, you never do. Anyways, check out short exempt for NVIDIA, right? Look, this signal, it comes out after hours this candle, right? Which means this is the first day you could buy after this short exempt. So you buy here, boom, you're a zillionaire. Okay? Buy here, maybe not the best place.
How can you see it's short exempt there? Because the purple bar or what's
The
that?
purple bar, yeah. This is the amount of short exempt coming in.
And what
Look at this.
wait, I thought
These
short
are daily
exempt
candles, Joel.
Yeah.
Just swing trade this shit. Look at this. Boom, you're rich. Boom, you're rich. He's gonna be shocked. I do a really bad Trump impression. I'm sorry.
So anytime that purple candle comes out, that it's gonna go up,
Look at this.
basically.
Look at this shit. It's the exact bottom, Joel. You kidding me?
I think you're talking to David, but
Oh,
I'm listening.
David Eisner. David Eisner, you're shocked right now. Buy this shit, David Eisner. Buy it on the short exempt spike.
Yeah, I never thought to go into the
You never
names
thought
that
to
weren't on the list. I
you
kind
never
of got,
thought
I
to click
went,
one of these things?
I did. No, I did go click on a lot of them, and I feel a lot of them came after earnings, and so like maybe you could
Look at this.
click on ones that are on the
Apple
list
short
now.
exempt. Look at him. He's in a state of shock. You buy this at the open, boom.
Look, I'll focus
Swing
more
trade.
on it. I'm not trying to say
Well, what about
it's
this?
not
What
real.
about this,
I
David
would
Eisner? Look, this is let's zoom in on this. This is the first day this is the day. Remember, it comes out after hours on this candle, which means this is the first day at this morning that you can buy it. Boom, straight up. Look at this. Let's look at this. Look at this. What how could you how dare you, David Eisner? How dare you threaten to cancel your subscription?
yes. So like I said,
I did nothing of the sort, man.
I've been very
Now
successful.
he's backtracking.
Never thought to threaten to cancel. I think it's great. I just looking for, a little bit of education. That's what, but admittedly so you were saying that you were terrible at it, and I don't want to push you to do anything you don't want to do. I do appreciate what you are doing right now, though.
Look at this.
What does the
And
bar mean?
the Discord community is great. The swing trading Discord community because
Yeah, like
they'll
if you
call
go
out a
to
lot of
if
these.
you go to Swing Trade Channel, they'll say the term SE a lot. And when they say
Mhm.
SE, they're referring to this shit. And you know what? My biggest trade of the year was because Dave from the Swing Trade Channel gave me this. He gave me this. Look at this. This is UNH. That was my biggest trade of the year. And over Zoom he asked me for a tip, and I sent him $1,000 over a Zoom meeting.
So did you just play that for one day there, or basically
No, like
from like there to there?
from here to here. Like this is like hundreds of thousands of
Well, you said
dollars.
it comes out, the bar comes out the day after, like, and then there's one day where you can't trade it, right? Or like, or
Okay.
the first day you can trade it
Let's
after the
zoom in
bar?
for these curious Georges here.
Yep, that's me. I'm definitely curious.
What do I where was this? Okay, so this was May 15th. That sounds right. Okay, so then we had this bar show up, then this bar, then this bar. Yeah, so if you can just kind of block out this bar, um, on the morning of this bar, this was red, right? And Dave, I mean, you guys can find the exact message. Just type from colon Dave in the swing trade, and he was adding me, and he was asking about me about UNH. And so yeah, like I made UNH here an official TAREC due to this. And then we longed here and we sold somewhere around here. I gave the sell rec too. So it's not like I just let you guys fly blind. And I made
Mhm.
hundreds of thousands of dollars on this thing. And when once we got here, I actually sold puts on it. If those puts expired worthless, I made a few gazillions more. Um, and here I made another TAREC. Here I actually said that I would put the entirety of K-Dog, Kenneth's mom's money, his entire mom's retirement into UNH at this price.
Yeah, I went pretty heavy there.
Yeah, yeah. So and and yeah,
Would you do that based on just the fact that it was down in a Bible area, or is
um
it?
I'm actually I've realized I'm actually pretty decent at fundamental analysis with some
Okay.
stuff. I mean, obviously I can't analyze banks. Um but I mean, I personally, I never really considered myself a very good fundamental analyst, but compared to some of these bozos on the Discord, yeah, I'm pretty good, I guess. Um,
Tay, just for
and
fun,
if
can
you
you go to
zoom in,
some?
like, there was some elevated stuff here too, but that's nowhere near the level of this. This was just, and also David Eisner, note that after these came in, the the insider trades came out for UNH. So the insider trades showed a cluster buy of multiple officers buying UNH, and I think that came out right here. And that also adds fuel to the rally. And we recently added this UNH feature, the insider feature. I don't think it applied historically, but if the feature was around when that happened, then you would see it right on the chart. So we take a look at these insider transactions. Let's hope this works. Andrew's here, so he could be embarrassed if it doesn't work.
Fresh doesn't have it right now. We still are working on we're still working on pushing the after market hour dates to the next day morning.
Okay, well, whatever. I'll just show. Look, here is an insider transaction for the ticker symbol open, right? And for the next, like, I've never actually seen an insider transaction on the top 10 not result in like 20 minutes of price action going in the direction of the insider trade. So if you just want to do nothing but use this wonderful new feature that we've created for you guys, knock yourself out. I think it's a great feature. And the reason that I had Andrew create this feature is specifically for moments like UNH. So I'm glad we brought up the short exempt because in that moment on UNH, there's a lot of shit happening at one time. We were all like high off the official TAREC. We're like all sitting on humongous gains. I think JP was in on it too. Um, but if we had seen this flag pop up in real time during that entire fiasco, we would have been delighted and we would have been more sure that we got a hold. So so this is a great feature too. So you asked me what feature should you use? I don't know, all the features. They are all great features, David Eisner. It's the best. These are the best, most informative charts on the entire when it comes to day trading on the entire internet. Nothing else comes even close, and it's all on
That's
one
what, when
screen
you
for
were
your
giving your
convenience.
swing trading answer, Tay, I was like, no, we are good at swing trading. I've been doing it.
Yeah, yeah.
Well,
That's why you have to be in these Zooms, Sarah, or else I'm just gonna be like, fuck off, David Eisner. We don't want your business. And
you're the
that's
worst salesman ever.
yeah, yeah.
Hey, check out ONDS on SC trailing 10 days. It looks like it's about to pop off. Bottom right. Uh,
Yeah.
uh, yeah.
Yeah, I don't know, maybe. Maybe.
You said that it can often take a couple of days after the short exempt
Yeah, and it's
to
not
pop.
it's not a guaranteed thing,
Sure.
but I mean, especially when you get them for like the large caps, like look, this is Starbucks, by the way. Look at this. Look at this.
Right. That's rare, right, for this actually to happen on a large cap stock.
I mean, obviously not that rare.
Okay.
Not
It
that
happened
rare.
once a year on Starbucks so far, and there's a
Hmm.
lot of different large cap stocks in this universe. Look at this thing. Look at this thing. Boom. Somebody's got to like keep track of this shit.
And so the larger purple uh, uh points
Take a
would
look at CDTX.
This?
Yeah, that one.
Okay. What about it?
Yeah, today was up to $200, I think.
Oh, nice.
Yes,
This went to
crazy.
200 today?
Yes.
Oh,
Oh,
wow. Okay.
great.
Yeah, this is a very bullish sort of this is almost like a stair step pattern, which I te teach in my chart game class, where like new highs but no new lows. Very bullish price action starting around like around here would be like a solid like breakout buy. But we're getting all this short exempt at the same time too. So, great.
Circle has the highest bar in its history, it looks like.
So a lot of times we get a really fast move like this short exempt cluster here, and we get a surge for a few days, for like a week, and it comes back down, but it's carryover effect. Look, yeah, and look at that one right there. Let's zoom into that first cluster right there. That's pretty amazing too. And look at this, guys. So we get this big red bar, right? And then this purple bar comes out the night after. You wake up in the morning, you buy the open here, it goes to the fucking moon.
Yeah. So yes, I've been trading
Yeah,
short.
crazy.
I'll just set a spot in. I'll just look at where there is resistance or something, and I'll set a spot in and just kind of forget about it. And they've been working out. Um, yeah, great product.
And it's not just that, but there's also I mean I've done this in a previous one too, but check out Carvana. Like look at this. This is when Carvana was supposedly teetering on the edge of bankruptcy, but you get all this short exempt, and this it was the best performing stock of 2024 as a result. Like this was like the Carvana price here is like fucking what $7 6 7 bucks, right? Here it's like $3 4, right? And then it goes to fucking $300 in
Quick question.
yeah, go
okay,
ahead.
but you have to hold that for years, huh?
Yeah.
Yeah,
Quick question
so
here.
this is a unique example of short exempt where it's not like a swing trade, but you simply do not see short exempt like this to this
Yeah.
extreme of a level on anything. Like this is like an absurdly humongous amount of short exempt here.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Anyways, go ahead. Whoever was going to ask a question.
At what time that data is released? In the morning?
At nighttime. It's the release the same time as Honey Badger. In fact, if you look here,
Uh-huh.
there's a friendly UI for people like you, and it shows exactly what time it's released.
Okay.
Wait, do regular people get honey badger?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh,
All you have to do is click here.
where
Neutral right now. No Honey Badger.
where where did you click?
This squeeze
Squeeze
meter.
meter.
Squeeze meter. Okay. Oh, I should have known. Okay. So that's just the general take on the day.
That's a special situation in which SPY is guaranteed, well, 90% of the time to, you know, meet certain conditions. You can read an article about it.
I'll share the article in the chat.
Honey Badger success stories? No. What is a Honey Badger day and how to trade it? Must be
Yep.
this. I drew this myself, guys. So this is definitely what you should refer to. Oh, look, there's cute little cartoons and stuff too now. But yeah, like back when I was back when I was before I created Big Short and I was just trading Honey Badger among me and my friends, we would have a song and it would go, Honey Badger early morning weakness, Honey Badger late day rally. That was a song. We literally sing a song. And now here I am.
More like a rap, but yeah.
Here I am running a fucking SaaS app, answering noob questions in a Q&A. What has become of my life? Anyways, next question.
Anyways.
What's the time lag on the insider trades? So
just click around and look at it. I mean, the ones that I've seen, they all seem to at least have a very predictive next 25 minutes or so. But I'm sure there's a longer term effect too. In fact, you can even ask ChatGPT. ChatGPT says academically it's literally proven to be predictive. When insiders buy a stock, it's proven to be like they're proven to outperform stocks where there's no insider buying.
so that little box just pops up in your chart and then you
Yeah.
have 25 minutes.
Yeah, it's great. And then you can go here for the top 10 and you can click this little executive icon here and you can see what's happening today. Like you can see here the Worth James, the CEO and president and also 10% owner of In Suites Hospitality, is selling 10,000 shares. He sold $145 million? What? Who the fuck sells $145 million of In Suites Hospitality?
Okay, so at the very end of the day here, huh? All right.
Okay, I guess it's some kind of a penny stock, but how does he even have the liquidity to sell $145 million? That's ridiculous. It must have been one of those off exchange transactions or something. What the fuck? Andrew, is this correct? $145 million? Wait,
No,
would that?
there's something wrong.
Yeah, because the quantity is 10,000.
The quantity is 10,000. I think the price is missing a dot there. It should be $1.45, 1.4561.
Okay, well, it's important to get the price right. Or
I think
actually,
I think I think the
oh, it's
data might
just
have came in like
okay,
that.
so it's just that particular one that's fucked up. Okay.
Yeah,
Yeah, yeah.
it wasn't a huge sale. Yeah.
Okay. Good. Because if it was that big of, because I immediately see, then this is how you guys have to look at the data. Like there's a qualitative aspect to this analysis too. Like you got to be like me and look at this and think, what the fuck? I've never even heard of In Suites Hospitality Trust and there's $145 million. If you see something like that, fucking investigate that shit, right? Because I've never heard of this stock before, but I can tell just by looking at the name that it must be some fucking really small shitty ass stock. And then if there's $145 million of it being sold, there must be some serious fucking business going on. And you got to take that intellectual curiosity that you have. Where did David Eisner? Oh, David Eisner's still here. Yeah, you got to take that intellectual curiosity that Joel Bremson has and click on it, investigate what's going on, and then you think, oh, okay, it just must be a fucking error.
Okay.
They
Let's say
filled
about
out
3M.
yeah, they filled out the form incorrectly, the form 13F or whatever. Um, but
Yeah,
yeah,
that seems illegal, 145 million on a penny stock. It
yeah,
seems
yeah,
like not possible.
yeah. But yeah, I mean, you see this if you scan your eyes down this column, you see the value, and you see looks like Zoe Dixon is selling a lot of 3M.
Yeah, I
Um,
looked at the raw data for IHT and it came in that way.
okay, cool. Then I guess there's nothing we can do about it.
Okay, so we're getting 3M. This data is just coming out right now. So does that mean will that carry through till Monday? Is that
Well, remember this is insider
trade.
selling, which
Insider trade.
whoa, what is? Oh my gosh!
Insider trade.
Oh, did you guys hear that sound effect? Pretty cool, huh? There's a girl. She says insider trade.
wow? Zoe's getting the fuck out, huh?
Yeah, she's like, I'm fucking packing up and leaving. I'm I'm moving I'm moving out of the country.
Holy shit, man.
I'm about
She's
to get indicted.
so is this something we could play Monday?
Oh, look, 45 insider sales. Look at this. And so maybe it's going to go down in after hours. But remember, insider sales are not as predictive as insider buys. Secondly, notice that all these shares are tiny amounts. We have 7 shares, 14 shares. So take a look at the total value of the transaction. And also, lastly, consider that Triple M is a pretty big company. So you got to compare how big the company is relative to the shares being sold by this Zoe Dixon. Zoe
There's probably a
Dixon,
couple million in there.
she's executive vice president and chief HR officer. Okay, she's not even that important. Okay, so there's that as well. So there's we made it easy. Like you just click the thing and you can go there and you can see the form yourself. It's great. And that's actually a great way to check the price here. We click here, the price is 14,561. So obviously that's not right. But yeah.
She's selling 13,000 shares. Okay.
Yeah, it doesn't sound like it's that big. Cause 3M is what? That's $167. Yeah, it's not that big of a deal. Okay, so I got this very broad question, how to use Big Short to make money. Well, if it's on here, it's on here because I put it on here. And if I put it on here, it's because I think it's valuable. Even that shitty ass whatchamacallit. What's it called? The what's this thing called? Prices discovery.
MMPD.
Yeah, even this shitty ass MMPD, I think even that is valuable. So I don't know. Just pretend it's like your first time at Chuck E. Cheese's. You might not know how to play all the games, but they're all fun games. Next question.
Thank you.
Yes, this is the Matrix. Could you show an example of how to use the information in SimSearch?
Yeah. So in SimSearch, I mean, it's it's kind of you I mean it's cheating right now because the day is already formed and SimSearch changes throughout the day. But hypothetically, if I were to see this kind of pattern and I was like somewhere and I was long somewhere here, right? And as we approach here, I would be thinking, maybe it's not a bad time to get out and maybe I could buy back in at lower. That's how I would use SimSearch. So I would use it not as a price indicator, but I would use it more as a timing indicator. And the reason that it's a good timing indicator is because human beings all have the same circadian rhythm and the same dining habits and the same reaction to the same weather cycles every day. And so we're all moving as a herd emotionally throughout the day. Like sure, the guy in New York is going to experience something a little bit different from the guy in California, but in aggregate, like the average of one day compared to another day is going to be extraordinarily similar. And that's why human emotions follow this sim search pattern.
Where is the SimSearch? How do you access this?
You go to Ultraflow and you click
Ultraflow.
this.
Click.
And if you want to understand it better, try toggling these things on and off, and then you'll understand it better. Or you can even go to these dates historically, and you'll find that they do indeed match the lines that we are displaying. So SimSearch, as you could tell from the name, it finds the most similar chart to the current day's chart, up to the point of the current day's chart. So the longer that the current day goes, the more data that SimSearch has to create an accurate projection of what day this day is most similar to.
Similar in terms of price action.
Price action only, yes. Yes. Don't rely too much on SimSearch. I want all of you noobs to refer to this magical list. If there's one thing that you learn from this Zoom, it is to look at this list. SimSearch is number 6. Okay? Do not rely on it more than Momo shadow bars or dark pool prints.
Got it. Thank you, Tay.
Oh, and if you guys, I also forgot because I just saw that seasonality is on that list too. So if you guys want, every day before the market opens, just check seasonality, which is this nice tree icon, right? And so we saw that today was a pretty fucking nothing burger day. And then you check honey badger. You know, okay, there's not a lot of shorts. There's not a lot of ammunition to squeeze these shorts. So yeah, just fucking everything, man. Just what more could you ask of me?
So honey badger is an update unless it's inverse.
Yes, but it's only been inverse once in history.
Okay.
Is historical honey badger data available now?
No.
Didn't somebody do a study on it? I think I read a PDF about it.
That was back when the historicals were available, but then people started to share everything in other discords, and then I got mad, and then I took the honey badger away from you guys, and then you were sad, and then I felt bad, and then I give it back.
Yep.
In a watered down format.
It's very
Pretty much what happened.
So please don't steal, guys.
Don't share.
I think I got it off the Discord. I didn't give it to anybody else, but that's why I read it off the Discord, right? Like the honey badger breakdown from
as long as it's the Big Short Discord, that's fine.
Yeah.
Yeah, of course, yeah.
We're just saying don't go to other discords and say, "Hey guys, it's a honey badger day," because that cuts into our edge. Because the more people that know it's a honey badger day, the less profit that everyone can enjoy from the honey badger day. And don't even get me started on the whole top of book liquidity thing.
What's going on, dude? All right. So on honey badger day, you want to buy SPY calls, basically.
Something like that.
Okay.
But you got to time it right.
Yeah, and be careful because sometimes like in the pre-market or like in the futures, like it's already up a lot, like it'll be up like 1% or 1.5%, and don't buy calls when it's up that high. Like wait for the early morning weakness.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
Could you possibly explain a little bit more about what you see with dark pools? I've been trying to read them on the chart, but a lot of them are like inside the candle, and I'm just kind of wondering how you see those because they're up
Sorry, what's the
high on the
question? I was reading the
importance.
chat. Can you say it again?
Oh, just it's from your list. It shows that dark pools are of high importance. I was just wondering how you use them, how you read them, because I see that a lot of them are inside the candles.
Ignore those.
Okay, so ignore
Go
the
to yesterday, Tay. Go to yesterday.
No, but we went over this, Sarah, in the beginning of the Zoom.
Oh, sorry. I thought, I don't want to be repetitive if you guys already went over this. I got here at 1:30, which I thought it was when it was starting.
Okay, well, dark pools above bearish, dark pools below bullish, but ignore the ones in power hour and yeah, whatever.
So that's as simple as it is. Just if you see dots above the price chart, then it's bearish.
Well, there's a little bit more complexity to it, but um, I feel like I already went over it in the beginning. Sorry.
All right.
Are we gonna share this recording on YouTube, Tay?
Yeah, since there are no porns in the drop down, sure, why not?
All right, then you can always rewatch it after I get it uploaded.
This guy right here is El Juancho. This guy here.
Oh, that's 100% a Juancho. 100%.
He's like, be gone, basic users.
Plebes.
We love basic users, though. Thank you,
Sarah,
guys.
was that competition a real thing or was that just a joke?
The homo ball thing?
Yeah, could you explain what that is?
That's real. We're having a big tournament on Monday, I think it is. And users are going to play this game, and whoever wins gets a free month of Elite.
But if you don't want a free month of Elite, I'm actually willing to give you $800 Venmo instead.
Yeah,
no
Tay
tax.
prefers to Venmo.
Yeah, I would actually prefer to give $800 than 1 free month of Elite. But if you want, then you can have.
Can we still sign in for that, Tay?
I think the signups are close, but I mean, I guess if you want to get a last minute team together,
Teams are already made and
Oh, it was team-based.
closed.
Okay.
yeah,
Sure.
Brack is like, don't fucking get new teams
like,
on here.
Yeah, Brack is like, no.
Brack's like,
no,
wait,
if you can
I
if
think
you can
Brack
make
has
a team, if you can make a team of two, I think that we can stick you in, right, Tay?
What is Hobo Ball?
Thank you, sir.
Sorry.
Ball.
It's homo ball, not
A
hobo
homo
ball.
ball. Sorry.
You
You're
need
messing with my odds, Sarah.
Sorry. I feel like some of the users didn't even know about homo ball.
They should pay attention.
What kind of users?
It's a regular Nintendo game. It's a volleyball game.
What kind of users sign up to Big Short, go to the Discord, and they don't even read the official T-Rex?
I do. I read them. What do you?
Okay, well, the
You have to get
official
homo
T-Rex
ball
had the
set
homo
up.
ball.
Okay, I'll go to your official T-Rex and try to learn what that is. Thank you.
Yeah. The moat is whether or not you can get it successfully set up or not.
Yeah.
I
If
gave
you can't get it
detailed
successfully set up,
instructions.
then you can't play.
Do you need a Nintendo controller to?
No,
No, you can just use your keyboard.
It's free. You use your keyboard. Fucking hilarious. People didn't even know we're playing homo ball on Monday. Like, do you guys realize I'm literally giving a multi-$100,000 prize on Monday?
I'm practicing right now. Hey, team me up with the Korean.
Opening it up after it's supposed to be closed and messing with the odds of us that did it when we were supposed to.
Brack has a point. Brack has a point.
Brack has a great point.
Yeah.
I just figured some of you guys are actually good at video games, so I'll probably.
I don't know that anybody can be good at that.
Oh.
How about we'll close admissions at the end of day today?
How about closed when it said they were closed?
Maybe we should keep it closed just for Brack.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, Brack, you're that upset. We'll do it for you.
Let's look at the brackets here. Oh yeah, Brack is match 1, Conrad and Brack versus Indian team. Oh, that's gonna be a tough one. Pran's practicing.
I might not be able to do it. I think I have an interview. I think I have an interview at around that time.
Ooh, people can fight for Ken's spot.
Ken, I don't even see Ken in the brackets.
I'm playing with Zeta's my teammate, but
Oh, I see you now.
I think I want to try.
Oh, K-pop Mormon Hunters, that's you. Yeah.
I think I want to try wants to take my place.
I'll join K-pop Mormon Hunters. I tried messaging my partner. He hasn't answered me back. I'm trying to win this. I'm trying to win this shit.
That's why I said pick your partner, but nobody fucking picked partners. The fact that nobody picked Henry as their partner, it just shows that you guys aren't taking this shit seriously. You guys, like Henry is an actual pro gamer, and nobody picked him as their partner. That's
that is bananas.
Yeah,
supposed to know that.
You guys, And that is proof enough that you guys just don't deserve elite. Okay, you guys don't deserve Big Short.
Oh my
What we're
God.
giving to you guys is too fucking good.
Who did he get paired up with by random?
Salient.
Salient. Oh,
Yeah,
congrats,
Salient is actually the best Go player on Big Short other than me.
Oh, that's a stacked team then.
But I mean, I
I
don't know if
mean,
Go translates to, you know,
Exactly.
reflexes. Go is more of a thinking man's game.
Oh,
But I mean,
Glonch
I'm
being
sure it's better
funny.
than, yeah, I don't
when
know.
are you gonna do a poker tournament?
I don't know when I feel like it.
All right.
Any noob questions? I created this Q&A for you noobs to ask me questions. This is an open mic session. You know, I signed up for Mark Minervini's course. You can't even ask questions. Okay? And I'm not here to like rag on somebody else's course or something, but I mean like if I'm paying $5,000 for a course, let me ask a fucking question, right? And yeah, you can email questions in, but they kind of just answer at their discretion. I asked like a very good question, but he didn't even respond to my question. So I don't know. I feel like I feel like
You, Tay, did you explain expensive options and cheapest options already?
No, we haven't talked about that.
yeah, it's kind of like a contract selection thing. Like basically the cheap options have a cheap implied volatility relative to their historical volatility, and expensive options have an expensive implied volatility relative to their historical volatility. This is actually another um, situation in which UNH might have popped up on here because when
Mm-hmm.
UNH was crashing, the options became very expensive. It became very lucrative to sell puts um, because I mean they're very expensive. So in times like that, you want to you want to sell the options rather than buying the options.
Yeah, I think even I sold UNH puts.
Yeah.
Hold on, but doesn't expensive options mean that there's more risk? So
Yeah. Yeah, so
if
it's not
yeah,
a, you know, it's not like obviously
yeah,
you don't do anything just thoughtlessly, but
yeah.
it's just good to know what the market is currently pricing in. And like, you know, for example, like a lot of cheap options in the quantum stocks, and a lot of people are like thinking about buying puts.
I think it's cool.
Yeah. So like if you basically if you want to short the quantum, then buy puts, don't sell calls.
I bought a put on QBTS because of this cheapest options thing today. So thank you.
Oh, okay. Well,
You're very welcome.
I'm
don't
doing things based
don't
on the platform. So
don't thank me yet. Let's see how it turns
yeah,
out.
let's see what
I mean, like
happens.
it's
Right.
up 2% in after hours.
Oh, great.
So,
That's nothing for that stock though, right?
oh yeah. I mean, it is a scam stock, but you, especially if you're longing Vega and Theta, then you want to time it right because they're not going to make it easy for you to make money shorting that shit. And if you short the common, then they're going to have you pay gazillion% interest.
I guess I got to read that textbook.
Yeah, but I mean, a lot of people do just fine without reading the textbook.
Wait,
Well,
see,
just what you said to me was a bit gibberish between Vega and I don't know what other one you just said.
You can't have like an infinite amount of intellectual curiosity though. You know? Like like when you learn anything, you have to kind of like focus on you just have to kind of fumble your way through it and focus on what you what is most necessary and most urgent, which is difficult to gauge at times, but you have to like have some sort of, you know, you don't learn
There's
English by like opening up the dictionary and learning every word, you know?
there's too many rabbit holes.
yeah.
Yeah.
That's what
Well,
I'm
and that
doing.
goes back to my original question. That's why I was asking the original question, because there is so much on the platform, and I was, if you go down 10 different paths looking to make money, you probably won't pick one good one, and so
That's
it
why we
becomes a
have the
matter of
handy 1,
focus.
2, 3 list.
Yeah, yeah. So
Although,
definitely
come to
helpful.
think of it, is short exempt on that list, Sarah?
I don't
Why,
think so.
why isn't
It's,
short
it,
exempt on
that's
there?
for advanced. That's what it says. Or you should save it for later.
Really?
You told me to put on
So
there.
maybe I think of manipulation.
Maybe we
I think SC should definitely be in that list.
maybe we should have it like between 7 and 8.
7 and 8. Okay.
Oh, but then there's insider trades too. We should put insider trades on this list.
Yeah.
Insider
Let me.
trades should be pretty
I'll
high up
text you
here.
later for the new list, and then I'll update this.
Okay. Insider trades maybe like somewhere like between 3 and 4 or something.
Hey, this is Bob here. Can I follow up with a question on QBTS?
Yeah.
So what's your advice on, I went today with QBTZ buying the inverse ETF.
Okay.
When I saw the GEX green line drop around 10 a.m., I believe, you go to QBTS, I looked for that short going through the common, to the inverse ETF. Any comments on that strategy? So there was couple.
I mean, yeah, with these HP moves, sometimes we get some weakness, which we did. But I mean, it it moved the wall moved down and it served as resistance kind of throughout the day.
Well, back to your list. I started obviously with the price action. So the technical analysis looked for a pullback, and then I was going to,
Maybe we should move.
overcut.
So when we say GEX, we're not just talking about the HPs though. We're talking about like the actual GEX page too. This one.
Oh, I did not look at the GEX page. I only looked at the green wall.
Hey, look, Andy, look at this UI bug. Isn't it funny? And what the hell is this URL? Wait, did
Yeah,
I?
what do you glean from this page, by the way? Yes, that's a good question there.
I don't know, man. Just all over the fucking place. This is one of those things where you gotta ask ChatGPT because I don't
Hey,
really know.
can you reopen the new user guide and tell me if that looks right? The list on the bottom.
Oh,
Wait,
nice.
so I'm paired with Tavis, not with XML for Homo Ball?
I
One
think
second.
so.
Does that list look right to
Yeah. You
So
guys are
we'll get to
laughing
that in one second. Just want to make sure because it's live.
This is news to me.
I don't know. It's whatever the ChatGPT said it was.
Hey,
Because you didn't.
Tay.
Yeah.
Sorry, go ahead. I didn't mean to interrupt.
So Tiny House is just whatever because you didn't submit a team, right? So
I did. I said I wanted to be with XGX 13 XGX, but it looks like
oh
he's paired with
oh so
somebody else
did he
in the
agree to
bracket.
did he agree to be on your team too?
Yes.
Oh, I'm sorry. Okay, in that case, that's an error, and I'll put you guys on a team together, and I'll put your teammates on a team together.
I mean, maybe Tavis is great, but he's got a picture of Warren Buffett, so he maybe not even know what a video game is.
Exactly. Yeah, good call.
All right.
And I also asked the teams to come up with a team name, but you guys didn't give me a team name, so maybe that's why I got confused too.
Team ADHD.
Team
ADHD.
name. All right.
Okay.
Does the list look right?
Wasn't there supposed to be something here?
I put short exempt between 7 and 8.
Oh, that's a good place to put it.
That's what you said. Yep. That look good?
Should we put it above SimSearch? I don't
Above
know.
some.
This is such a weird thing because this is not it's not a day trading indicator.
Yeah. And this is for the new people. So I'm assuming new people are more day trading.
Hey, Tay.
Okay, maybe move it like move it above SimSearch.
Above SimSearch. Okay.
Yeah.
All
Okay,
right.
go ahead, Brack.
Could you look at CRCL, which is at the top of the new SEs? I pulled up the GEX and it's just red. There's no green GEX at all. I just wanted to
Okay.
get your thoughts on that one.
What is with this weird URL? Oh no, that's the image. That's this image right here. Okay, I get it now. What is with this UI? Okay, circle. Oh wow. What's it trading at right now?
Like 70,
70,
80,
70, 80?
80. I don't know. Let's see.
81.94.
81.94. Wow. Okay. So this means it's in a very dangerous negative Gexy zone. So it could collapse like nobody's business. Be careful.
Even though it's got a huge short exempt on it.
I mean, you can't always rely on the short exempts.
Hmm.
Look at this. So look at this nice put buying here, right? Right here at the top of the day. And you already know that you're in a severely negative GEX environment. So when you get something like this coming in, there's not a lot of fight left, right? Like if GEX was positive, then there would be um some hedging flows. Or is that what it's called? Let's call it market making. There would be more. No, I need to think about the terminology. Let me get back to you guys on that. But basically, if we were positive GEX, then it could absorb this a lot better. But because the options market makers are facing risk exposure, then
I
they
just collapsed it.
yeah they're more scared at moments like this. And by scared, I mean, an anthropomorphizing of algorithms. Oh, look, same thing with circle here. So guys, like you guys don't have to turn to me to know how to use this because this is just data, right? I know there's like this inherent human urge to like look to a leader and a guru, but if you bring your own beer, you can discover this shit on your own. I mean, I'm like literally discovering it right now. I'm seeing like, oh wow, it's really negative gex. Maybe, and now I'm developing this theory right before your eyes. Maybe when there's really negative gex and we have a big put volume spike, then maybe the effect is stronger or more guaranteed or something. Because it seems that every time we get a put volume spike in circle, it seems that it goes down more. Look at this. Every fucking time. And maybe if this was a positive Gex environment, maybe it doesn't behave like this. So yeah, look out for shit like this. And try to recognize patterns with your eyes. And and there's only so much that you can get from the furus out there. The furus are there to sell you a dream. But if you look at all of this data, this totally like beautifully heterogeneous and and niche data all over the place. Like you can find something that someone else didn't look at in in an area where maybe it's too small for the big boys to make money. And I'm going to steal this from Mark Minervini's course. They're saying that we actually have an advantage over the big boys, the institutional buyers and sellers of stocks. So
Also, it has the kiss of death. Kathy Wood bought it.
well, there you go. There you go. And that's what Brack is saying is a good example of bringing a sort of like bringing a piece of information that you know into this collection of information
Hey,
that you
buddy.
get from the indicators. And so if you mix the qualitative with the quantitative, then you get synergy. So this game is the hardest game in the world. And I'm giving you a lot of advantages in this game, but you still got to know how to play the game, and you still got to try really hard because you're in a big tournament. Big prize money. A lot of pro gamers playing this game.
Hey, do you mind looking at the Qs today, QQQ at 12:30 p.m.? Joint question. Could you interpret these dark pools and then any signs that it's going to go down after that mark?
Well, these dark pools are really close to the price, and I prefer dark pools that are outside of the range. So if the dark pools were here, I would have more faith in the bullishness rather than here. Um, and even like when we're slicing through the dark pools like this, it scares me, to be honest, you know? A lot of times when we break dark pools, it's a sign of a reversal day. That's not what happened here. But be careful when the price breaks the dark pool, and don't weigh the dark pools close to the price as much as the dark pools far
And how
away.
about the Momo line, the red line going down at that time and continuing down when the
Yeah,
price continues down?
yeah, I don't know how to read QQQ.
Insider
Or
trade.
it's different from SPY. Looks like somebody got an insider trade somewhere. Yeah, I mean, like, I don't know how to read QQQ. Like,
And nothing on off that tells you it's going to go down.
but I told you it would go down.
Well, maybe an elite
No, in the day trade channel, I told you.
on Q or on SPY.
Well, it's the same thing.
Yeah, I didn't look at it. But
And
based on what?
I said it based
What
on
was your
SPY.
conviction based on?
You can read it in the Discord. I'm gonna load it up right now. Let me find it really quick.
Right.
Hey, can't you say that like since it kind of it the the EMA 20 bounce, if it kind of just collapsed, it didn't really bounce, and that's typically kind of bearish now.
Wait, sorry, Ken. Let me just switch my screen so that this Bob guy can see. Where's
No, get out. Sure.
Where's my
Joel, are you
Zoom?
talking to your dog?
He's been talking to his dog the whole time.
Oh, okay. Yeah, maybe mute. Yeah, nice.
But how do I go back to Zoom? Oh, here we go. Man, I'm such a boomer. Okay, you guys see my Discord?
Yes.
Now, look here, Bob Dager. This is Pacific time, by the way. My computer's set to Pacific time for some reason.
Okay.
Dumb money flows finally shifting from selling to buying. We might get some resistance here, call HP. If you look up this message on Discord, if you type from Hobote here,
Yeah.
you find this message, you'll see it in your time. Okay? But
Yeah.
this is 12 noon Eastern time. So I say we must still assume it's an option day, of course, but why these flows are flipping, why be in a trade? So I'm basically telling people Yes, I'm not saying short. I'm just saying not the worst place to exit day trading longs. And I said that looks like right around, wait, the timestamp on that is what? 9:05? So the times, I said it right here.
So 12:05 Eastern.
Yeah, right here.
So what did you see flipping on
Well, like,
12:05
well,
Eastern?
right here. This is what I saw. This is exactly what I saw. You can read it. So I don't gaslight you saying that I saw something else.
Do you mind showing it to me on the chart?
Sure.
Thank you.
And every stock is a different animal. So QQQ, I'm sure there's people that could read QQQ better than me, but I specifically, what is this? Annotate. Oh, okay, this is a Zoom thing. Okay, anyways, how do I get rid of this oh, okay. But anyways, actually that annotate is kind of useful. Maybe I shouldn't have gotten rid of it. Anyways, so smart money, I mean dumb money was selling this whole time, the whole morning, right? It's very different from SPY yesterday when they're buying all day, right? So they're selling.
You're not sharing your chart, by the way.
Oh, oops.
Sorry, Helmi, can I call you in a couple of minutes? Yeah, 6:30, Elano.
Bob, you might want to mute.
6:30,
I'm gonna
Alano.
change quickly. Okay, I'm coming.
I changed quickly. Okay, I'm coming.
He's coming. I don't have mic control.
So you listening to me, Bob, or do you need
I
me
am.
to move your daughter?
No, I'm good, Tay. Sorry.
Okay. All right. So yeah, I mean, as I said in the Discord, we had dumb money selling here, and then they flipped to buying somewhere around here, which gives me pause. And it also gave me pause that we got right up next to the call HP. Whereas yesterday, they're they're consistently buying throughout, right? Here in the morning, they were selling, which is bullish, goes up and opening range breakout. We still haven't touched the SMA this whole time. So no SMA touch yet this whole day, and nearing call HP and flipping to buying here. It makes me think, okay, maybe this rally is getting a little long in the tooth.
Hey, can you make your chart bigger and cover up that image?
So you guys can see the chart, right? Because JK is saying they can't see the chart.
Yeah.
No, now we can see it better.
Okay.
And what does HP stand for?
Hedge pressure.
Hedge pressure. Okay.
Would you be willing to explain the difference between like gravity HP and zero HP and call HP and
I don't have the faintest clue, to be honest.
Okay.
To me, they're just lines on a chart, and they seem to follow certain patterns that I noticed throughout the day, especially gravity. I'm starting to find useful, but I don't have a fucking clue. I'm ignoramus anus.
Be a chat GPT question.
Okay, but generally like Gex is like, is that all of them together? Is that like a calculation of all of the calls inputs, and then like positive Gex is
You're talking
bullish?
about the Gex page, right?
Well, there's the Gex page, and then it's on segregated, and it's on SmartFlow,
Well,
right?
okay, but this is very different from the visualization on the chart.
Okay, so they're different. I see. All right.
Yeah, this shows the entire Gex exposure by strike.
Right.
But it's all just magic, you know? Nobody fucking understands. Nobody reads John C. Hall.
Any other questions?
Sarah, do you notice after injecting myself with SS31, I have a lot of energy for
I
this.
did notice.
Yeah,
Yeah.
this is pretty fucking
Peppy.
insane.
Yeah, she was telling me that you sound a lot more peppy and stuff.
Yeah.
Was that a peptide or something?
Yep. Okay. So, any other noob questions?
Mm.
Would you say it's pretty bearish that it didn't do the EMA 20 bounce on the trend day and it just followed?
Oh my God, Quad
Followed.
rescheduled with us, guys.
I
Yeah,
know.
I
I
saw
saw
that.
that a while ago. I
Oh,
didn't want
thank
to
fucking God.
distract you. Yeah. Thank you. Thank goodness. Also, I got a bounce, but
Okay.
nice hanging with y'all. Bye bye.
Bounce, bounce, bounce.
Take care, Sarah.
That
I'm gonna do a bowing emoji to show my apology to these motherfuckers.
You're gonna watch the video and then hear you call them motherfuckers.
They didn't even redeem the coupon. Any other new questions, guys? I am here at your service.
So how often do you do these things?
Just on demand.
On the,
I sure don't like doing them, but I mean, if you poor fucks are struggling, all I gotta do is load up those SE charts and you'll be in shock, in a state of shock.
there you go. What's do you have any recommendations? What's the best price action courses to look at?
Mm, I've never taken a course in my life.
Who's it? You were talking Minervi or whatever.
Okay, sure. But he's not a day trader. I would suggest Chart Game Swing Trader.
Chart game.
Um,
I've been playing day trade, man. That's hard as shit, huh? Yeah.
yeah, I can't even beat day trade, but I do suggest that you at least get to $1 billion in swing trade, which I can do in about 4 hours
Oh, really?
consistently without going bankrupt at a single time. So once you get to that level, then I would say that you have at the very least, proven to yourself that you have the visual pattern recognition ability to become a good trader and to look at these new big short indicators and make a lot more of it than you would make from the chart game swing trader charts, because chart game swing trader, that's just price and volume. So if you can make money just looking at those charts, you can make a hell of a lot more money with more information.
Got it. What's the best peptide?
Well, the safest one for newbies is BPC 157.
BPC 157. All right, that's what I got.
I could pick your brain for a while, obviously, but I would just want to say thanks and appreciate you doing this.
No problem. No other questions. You guys are not going to get me again for another 10 years.
I mean, if you want me to ask more questions, I'll ask more questions, but I just
It's
feel
not
like
that I
you.
want you to ask more questions. It's that I want you to be clear enough that you don't write a bad review for me on Trustpilot. No, but
Well, I
seriously,
was
like
asking before about the GEX number on the SF segregated tab and on the SmartFlow tab, up in the top right-hand corner. So that's positive is bullish, negative bearish. Is that as simple as it gets?
uh, it's a little more complex than that. You can ask, I feel like you have a lot of theory questions and you can ask a lot of them to ChatGPT. But when we're in a negative GEX environment, we're much more likely to have downtrend days and sharp moves to the downside. And just sharp, jerky moves in general. So this is just more dangerous the more negative it gets. Whereas the higher the GEX value is, the more we get uh, dips being bought and rips being sold. Whereas negative GEX means rips are bought and dips are sold, which is exactly what ChatGPT would tell you if you asked it the question.
Volatility.
Rips are bought and tips are sold. Yeah. Okay. So actually, that GEX is a commonly known term. Like if it's just something I hadn't heard before. So
Yeah, ChatGPT will uh, tell you everything that you need to know about all the theoretical shit. Because to me, I'm like we Asians, we're not as good at linguistically as you whites. So we don't really think in terms of like gex, like quotation mark and quotation mark. We just look at the line and we're like, what does that do, I wonder? Or like we just pattern match visually. So like there's like a lot of like theoretical bullshit, but there's also a lot of misinformation out there. And ChatGPT is retarded. A lot of the gurus are retarded too. And a lot of times, like, stuff just doesn't happen the way that you expect. So I would encourage you to learn more by just looking at past charts than I would encourage you to uh, learn by reading voluminous blocks of words. It's like reading a book on riding a bike. Hello?
Just get on the damn bike.
Did I get disconnected or something?
No, you're still here.
Okay, David Eisner was not talking for once, so
Oh, sorry. Yeah, you want me to talk more?
Okay. I mean, yeah, like you don't read a book on how to on how to ride a bike, and stock trading, it attracts like a lot of like nerdy people who think that it's like this fucking scientific mathematical fucking spreadsheet thing where if you just apply enough brain power to it, you could figure it out. But that is absolutely 100% not what this is. This is this is purely an emotional endeavor. And by an emotional endeavor, what I mean is not that you should be emotional, but what I mean is that you make money by understanding other human beings' emotions. And emotions are a natural phenomenon, not unlike the physics of riding a bike. And the example that I always use is hitting on women, right? When you hit on women, you have some sort of like logical game plan in your mind, and you're trying to pattern match and you're trying to make sense of their behaviors and stuff. But ultimately, there's a lot of ambiguity, a lot of art to it, and what works for one woman might be the complete opposite for another woman. You know, there's women who like guys who are cocky, for example, and then there's women who like guys who are humble, for example. You know, and women are just really difficult to understand, and yet we still try our best to create a model of women and try to reason about women the best that we can in order to achieve the results that we want from them.
Is there a book on the psychology of trading that you like?
I don't really read books.
Books are for fags.
But I mean, like I do buy books and let them sit on my desk unread. And I recently bought Mark Minervini's book, and I would recommend that you're probably better off reading the book than attending his course, because the course is just him talking at you. It's not like an interactive thing like this.
Any like good YouTubers or anything?
I don't watch YouTube. I like you don't get as good as me at trading by like following free information on the internet.
Right.
Like you have to like learn by doing. You have to create your own style of martial arts. And sure, like there is something to be said for standing on the shoulders of giants and whatnot, but like I think doing is really underrated. And by doing, I don't mean risking money. I mean playing chart game. I mean looking back historically at these big short indicators. Because like I mean like just like when I loaded up the short exempt charts for you guys, you were in a state of shock. Like there you can't find that in a book anywhere. You can't find that from any YouTuber, right? but you simply look visually at this pickup artist who's just like making out with like three girls at the same time at the club, and you're in a state of shock. Like, wait, what? Like that flies in the face of everything that I know. So so there, like, when you want to be at the cutting edge of anything, you need to figure out a lot of it yourself. And it's not even that hard to figure out. It's just that we as people growing up in this society, we've kind of been brainwashed by the modern educational system to be followers and employees and just sort of like blindly defer to authority, including intellectual authority. Which is why when they say like, "Hey, take this fucking random fucking injection that's going to give you cancer," we're like, "Okay, I'll do it." You know, it's just bananas. And so if you want to be exceptional and if you want to have better than average returns, if you want to perform better than the crowd, then you need to come from a place of critical thinking and and creating models on your own accord rather than reading books.
What do you think of Bookmap? You ever use that?
It looks like a pretty cool software to me. It looks like it might even show stuff that we don't show. But I've never used it. I don't have anything bad to say about it because I've never used it. And when I look at it, it looks like it has some pretty cool stuff. But at the same time, we also have a lot of Bookmap users who use BigShort.
Yeah,
And
I've been playing. It's if you're a day trader, I think it's absolutely worth it. I mean, it has to be
okay, yeah,
because you can just see like right what's happening, like right on the dot. You're not waiting for data. Yeah.
yeah, okay. Well, yeah, different strokes for different folks. Yeah, a lot of people use both for some reason, and I never really quite understood that. It just seems like a lot of information to have on the screen, to have both Bookmap and Big Short on the screen, but I don't know.
You just the time increment and the book map is instantaneous.
Big
But
Short's not
not seeing
instantaneous.
the big trends, like the big short is giving you the big trends, and bookmap is giving you like the what's going on right now.
Oh, okay, okay. Sure. 22 participants. This meeting feels like it's winding down a little bit. And I guarantee you, tomorrow in the Discord, people are gonna ask me some fucking noob questions, and I'm gonna give them the finger, and I'm gonna be rude, and then they're gonna cancel their subscription because I'm a rude, poor customer support giving person. But I've spent hours today with you guys answering whatever question comes my way. I got nothing to hide. I think this is the bee's knees over here. Like you guys saw when I was like flipping through Circle, just how predictive those NOV put spikes were. You guys saw in the short exempt how predictive those short exempt spikes were. And you just got to kind of pattern match. Pattern recognition is so much more valuable for understanding natural phenomenon versus um, man-made phenomenon. For man-made phenomenon, like if you're trying to understand chess, then you need to read a chess manual so to learn the rules because a human being made chess. But if you're looking to understand a natural phenomenon such as stocks, then you just have to sort of pattern match. You have to be like, okay, like whenever there's this big flash of light in the sky, then we also get like this rumbling sound that goes along with it. Maybe they're related somehow, you know? And I think a lot of people, like a lot of intellectual people, are dissatisfied with the extremity of ambiguity when it comes to stocks. But but that's where all the alpha that remains is. And yeah, maybe the put spikes, they work better on certain stocks. Maybe the SE spikes, they work better on the large cap stocks. Maybe the put spikes work better in negative GEX environments. And you need to come up with these theories and possibly collaborate with your peers in the pleb tier of Big Short to figure things out and make money that way. And that is exactly the way that you would go about learning how to pick up women and seduce them too. You can read all the books you want about picking up women, but you know, when you're actually in the field, you'll realize some things that are nowhere to be found in the books. Like for example, like the books, they don't teach you that that um that Asian women have like preferences that are very different from white women. You know, they have preferences for male behavior that white women might even consider beta male behavior. They don't teach you that in school or in the books or anything. Anyways, I guess I've been rambling enough. So that's the end of this meeting.
Thank you,
Thank
Ted.
you for your
Have a
time,
great day.
Teddy.
Hey, that was awesome.
All right. Thank you guys. Bye-bye.
Thanks, Ted.
Thanks. Bye bye.